Alright folks, I am back with episode 4. That's right, we're already into episode 4. We're on a roll here on Wrestling Rants and Reviews. And tonight I'm going to rant about Wrestlemania. That's right, it's supposed to be the biggest show of the year. And come April 3rd, we're going to find out it's going to be the biggest dud of the year. And I'll give you a couple reasons why I think it's going to be the biggest dud of the year. First being Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler. Doesn't sound good to me, even with Jack Swagger being the trainer of Michael Cole and a special referee that we don't know about yet. Don't look good for Lawler, don't look good for WrestleMania. What else do we have? Triple H versus The Undertaker. Undertaker, you know what, he's old and beat up. I know he always puts on a performance when it comes to WrestleMania, as did Shawn Michaels. But he's got Triple H, and you know what? I don't think it's going to be a wrestling match. I think it's going to be a bit of a brawl, which could be good too. And I don't know. This just doesn't seem right to me for some reason. Because Triple H just doesn't... He can't go. You know, WrestleMania 25 and 26 were Shawn Michaels. I'm trying to remember who 24 was. For The Undertaker. I can't remember offhand. Why can't I remember? Undertaker versus... Was it Kane again? No. Can't remember. 23, it was Batista, and that was very bad. Why can't I remember 24? If you know number 24, put it down there in a comment. Refresh my stupid memory. But 25 and 26 were great matches because you had someone great to work with. When you throw him in there with someone like Batista who can't work, and Triple H is a little bit better than Batista, but you're not going to have a great match. Orton versus Punk is going to be good. I would keep that there. They have a good feud leading up to it with the Nexus. Being at ringside or not being at ringside, we'll find out over the next few weeks. Del Rio versus Edge is going to be good. I think they're doing the right thing. They've built up with that very well. You got Cena versus The Miz. Don't know. It's going to go over because Cena's over as a fucking face. That's huge. As we all know, he's Super Cena. And we got The Miz. Everybody hates The Miz, so that's why it's going to feel good, but it could be a botch. You know, and obviously you got The Rock. You have The Rock hosting WrestleMania. I'd like to see what kind of role he's going to play. Because where he had a guest host on Raw, they just announced matches, but we're already going to know the matches going to WrestleMania. So what's The Rock really going to do? Is he going to get in Cena's face? Is he going to get in The Miz's face? You know. And what else do we have to look forward to WrestleMania? Is it going to be the Bellas versus Eve? Probably not. It'll probably be another Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal. We're going to have another Money in the Bank for sure. Who's going to be in it? Let me know down there in the comments box who you think is going to be the top 6 or 8 in the Money in the Bank. What else? Are we going to have to see an IC title? Finally? Do you think there's finally going to be an IC title? I don't know. Like an IC title defense. It'd be nice to see Kofi go against someone, but he's lost 6 matches in a row already on TV. So he doesn't have a good streak going into WrestleMania unless they can come up with something quick. What else might we see? The Core versus Nexus, maybe? Or maybe Big Zeke versus Big Show? Barrett versus somebody. I don't know. Just to me, I don't think they even know what direction they're going in themselves. And it's WrestleMania. Just to me, they haven't had a good WrestleMania since 19. And mind you, there's been highlights like Shawn Michaels Taker, Shawn Michaels Ric Flair, but there hasn't been a great WrestleMania in my opinion since 19. But I'm going to play a guest booker here. I guess you can say I'm going to be the booker. If it was up to me, this is how I would book WrestleMania. Now let me know in your opinions again down there, or email me, which you'll see at the end of the show, where you can email me. You know what you would do. How would you guest book WrestleMania? But this is what I got. We're gonna have. You want to have Lawler and Cole fight each other? Fine, but don't have a special trainer. Don't have a special referee. Let's make it a tag match. And you'll see where I'm going with this. You got Lawler and Daniel Bryan versus Cole and Alex Riley. Now, Why would I do that? Well, obviously it makes sense. You got Daniel Bryan and Cole, who don't like each other, because Cole thinks he's the biggest internet nerd. You got Alex Riley, who just got fired on Raw, looking for a position to work. So why can't Cole have the power, to pick up Riley and say, you know what, let's take out Daniel Bryan, let's take out Lawler. I think that'd be good. At least Daniel Bryan's got a spot on the show, so does Alex Riley. And you're not going to just see Lawler and Cole the whole time. You'll see Riley and Daniel Bryan fight most of the time and leave the outcome to Lawler and Cole. For Money in the Bank, I have 8 participants. I got Evan Bourne, since he's returned, Rey Mysterio, Christian, Drew McIntyre, Kane, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, and the newly signed Sin Cara. Now, they may not use him, but that's what I would do. You want to put him over like they have, saying he's the biggest acquisition in a long time from Mexico, even, blah, blah, blah. Another masked guy that's supposed to be a high flyer, technical guy. Put him in there. Put him in the mix. Let's see what he can do right away. He's on the grandest stage of them all. He's done it all around the world. He's done it in Mexico. Let's do it. Throw him in there. So those would be my 8. If I had to pick one of them to win it, I guess it would depend who's going to be the champs at the end. At the end of the night. Without spoiling my other picks, I'll get to that after maybe. An IC title, yes, that's what I would do. I would have Kofi defend his IC title, and let's get him a couple wins beforehand. As I was saying earlier, he's on a 6-match losing streak, and I would throw him in there with DiBiase. DiBiase hasn't done nothing in a while. I don't know why he's got no push. I don't know why Kofi's losing. Both of these guys shine in WrestleMania. They can be the curtain jerker if they have to. But I think that'd be a good match. Just throw DiBiase on SmackDown, because they do it all the time anyways. You can just jump them, or it can be their promotional match. SmackDown versus Raw. And let's see Kofi and DiBiase go at WrestleMania. Why not? Then we're going to have a triple threat Divas match. Bella versus Eve. This way it kind of eliminates the whole twin magic, So this way there'd be no interference. And we'll see what happens there. Then we move on. I think I would not have Taker and Triple H, as they kind of expressed earlier why. I would have Taker versus Wade Barrett. And why not? Wade Barrett was part of Nexus when they buried him to go away. When they helped Kane put him in the ground and rid Undertaker for as many months as he was gone. So I think if Taker versus Barrett could be good. Start leading up to it now. You got a few weeks. Do it. Or they should have done it earlier. Taker should have been back and been in faces of Barrett. And then you have Big Show versus Zeke. If you don't have a Nexus versus Core match, I would have Big Show versus Zeke. They've got a feud going. I think it's progressing slowly, but they're doing it right. I think that could be good as well. Punk versus Orton, you can stay the same. I just think that'll be a good match regardless. Then we got a world title match. We got Edge versus Del Rio. I will leave that the same. Like I said, they progressed great with that so far. I think it's going to be a great match. So we'll leave that as it is too. Now, because I took Triple H on Taker, the Taker match, this would be for a WWE title match. And no, he's not going to fight The Miz. He's going to fight Sheamus. And you're probably wondering, well, neither one of them have the title. Well, if I'm playing guest booker, this is what I think they should have done at the Royal Rumble. At the Royal Rumble, Triple H should have came back. And he should have won. As much as you guys say, no, that's stupid. I think it's dumb too. Don't have him come back just to win it. But it makes sense going into WrestleMania. You have him being put out by Sheamus, who's now the king of the ring. Triple H is the king of kings. They fought last year at WrestleMania. I think they're both in a match apiece. They may not be, but I think they are. Sheamus took him out. So I think after the Royal Rumble, they had the Elimination Chamber. I would have put Sheamus in there. and The Miz would have lost. Sheamus would have won the Elimination Chamber. Thus being Triple H picking Sheamus, to fight at WrestleMania. It'd be the rubber match, I believe. And it would have a great feud going into it because they had a feud before he got knocked out by Sheamus. Sheamus put him out, put him on the shelf. He's now being the king of the ring and rubbing in everybody's face, but Triple H is the king of kings. So he's going to show Sheamus who really is king, and he should never put him out of misery, out of commission. So I think that would have had a bigger build-up, even bigger than Taker Triple H, I think. Even though they're throwing Shawn Michaels in the mix, I still think Triple H Sheamus would have been better for the WWE title. So this waits for the title. It's for, the King of King moniker, blah, 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 blah. I'm back to get my revenge. You see where I'm going. And for the main event, not only is The Rock going to host, but he's going to be in the ring as well. And no, he's not fighting John Cena. He's not fighting at all. He's going to be the special referee for The Miz and John Cena. And I think that would go over well because since he's been back on Raw, or kind of back on Raw, The Rock has had his, his beef with John Cena, but he also talked about The Miz. So let's get in there and let's mix it up a bit. So, anyways, that's my booking and my couple quick thoughts there on WrestleMania. Without my booking, I don't think it's going to be a great WrestleMania. It'll be a spectacle, as it always is. But they're throwing wrestling out the door once again. The feuds just aren't making sense. And they just don't give themselves enough time to build feuds. Mind you, they are doing okay, maybe with Del Rio and Edge. But Cena and The Miz, no one even cares, really. They care about Cena and The Rock. The Miz is the champion. He's being put on the back burner. Not cool. But anyways, folks, that's enough of my rant. We'll see you for episode 5. Not sure when that'll be. Probably for Superstars or NXT review, possibly in results. So stay tuned. Subscribe up there. Leave comments down there. Hit the like button. Tell your friends. I know I'm not the best yet, but I got a lot of ideas, and my videos are going to get better, and my whole ranting will get better. That's why it's called Rants. Even though I'm just ranting and babbling and going 100 miles an hour, that's what it's all about. So anyways, until next time, be safe, be good, and enjoy your wrestling.